Bill O'Reilly came out for a couple of days and said, okay, no, this Shirley Sherrod, she's racist and she's got to go and it's unacceptable, right? I mean, those were his talking points and he delivered them. And Bill O'Reilly can't possibly be wrong. Now, to be fair, I said I'd love to see them come out and apologize, but don't hold your breath. But it turns out O'Reilly is going to apologize. Kind of. First, let's show you the beginning of the apology. Notice the very end, and then we'll give you the other side of the story. So let's go to clip number 4.
After hearing that statement, I said Ms. Sherrod should resign from the USDA. And Secretary Vilsack felt the same way, so the woman was fired. What I did not know at the time was that Ms. Sherrod told the farmer story in order to make this point.
I've come to realize that we have to work together. And, you know, it's sad that we don't have a room full of white and blacks here tonight, because we have to overcome the divisions that we have. We have to get to the point where, as Toni Morrison said, race exists, but it doesn't matter.
So I owe Ms. Sherrod an apology for not doing my homework, for not putting her remarks into the proper context. Since the exact same thing happened to me a few years ago when the despicable Media Matters and NBC News took my words out of context about Sylvia's restaurant in Harlem, I well understand the need for honest reporting. But the story does not end there.
All right, that's awesome. First of all, it turns out Bill O'Reilly's the victim. I didn't know that. Is that what happened? See, this is about Shirley Sherrod. It's about how poor Bill O'Reilly was victimized by the despicable Media Matters, NBC News, and by the way, the Young Turks. And by the way, we played them in their entire context for a long time because we really enjoyed them. What was it? Nobody came in here and said, hey, get me an iced tea, mother effer. At a black restaurant, nobody said that. That's really weird. Okay, so that's one of the things that happened at Sylvia's restaurant. You can go back to our old clips for the full context and enjoy, right? So, but then, did you see it here at the end? But, wait a minute now. Okay, I said a little apology, but I'm really the victim. But now let's get to attacking her more. So here's his new reasons to attack Shirley Sherrod.
This afternoon, Secretary Vilsack announced Ms. Sherrod would be hired back by the feds, but in a different job. However, that could be problematic. In her speech last March, the speech you just saw there, Ms. Sherrod said a number of other things that need explanation. For example, she said this about helping the farmer by taking him to a white lawyer.
So I figured if I take him to one of them, that his own kind would take care of him. That's when it was revealed to me that, y'all, it's about poor versus those who have. And not so much about white. It is about white and black, but it's not, you know, it opened my eyes because I took him to one of his own.
One of his own? Would that be another American, Ms. Sherrod? If a white public servant referenced his own kind or one of his own, when speaking about an African American, that white person would be fired on the spot. Now, Shirley Sherrod is a long-time liberal activist who actually sued the Department of Agriculture and won $13 million for her organization, including $300,000 for herself and her husband. Even knowing that, the Obama administration hired Ms. Sherrod in 2009, which is very unusual. In that same speech to the NAACP, Ms. Sherrod defined her politics.
I haven't seen such mean-spirited people as I've seen lately over this issue of health care.
All right.
Some of the racism we thought was buried. Didn't it surface? Now, we endured 8 years of the Bushes, and we didn't do the stuff these Republicans are doing because you have a black president.
So here we have blatant partisanship publicly put forth by Ms. Sherrod, also very unusual for an appointed public servant, and a possible ethical violation because, according to the Hatch Act, federal employees are forbidden to endorse political parties while on duty. That being said, Ms. Sherrod's entire situation should now be reviewed by the Obama administration because she may well have been treated unfairly.
Gee, I wonder by whom? And who's treating her unfairly again right now? So, look, you know what he told his producers. He said, go over that tape with a fine-tooth comb, find anything we can stick on her, okay? Because if I have to apologize because I'm obviously 1,000,000% wrong, I'm going to do it by actually doubling down, right? So he says, this speech is problematic. First of all, she's a liberal activist. And she won money from the administration. You know why? Because they had an overwhelming case of discrimination that they proved, not just for her, but systematically against black farmers. Ironically, Vilsack, the head of the Agriculture Department, used that in his defense of firing her initially, saying, well, since the USDA has a long history of discrimination, we didn't want to deal with any racism, we have zero tolerance, so we fired the black person. Okay. Well, to be fair, at the time he thought who was bringing up racial issues, okay? So, and that long history of discrimination is these black farmers who were discriminated upon, et cetera. But if you think that's bad, you know, Shirley Sherrod's father was killed by a white racist. Okay, so now that goes towards O'Reilly's two charges. So his new two charges, one is, hey, wait a minute, she refers to this lawyer as one of his own kind, right? Oh, you can't say. No, but O'Reilly, that was the whole point of this, you know, mess in the first place, which is that that was a turning point for her. She realized that that was the wrong idea. Now, she had that idea initially when she was younger. Just remember, this was 24 years ago, partly because her farm had been discriminated against, which she won a case about later, partly because her father had been killed by a racist, but she still got beyond all that and realized it was wrong. That was the whole point of this, and O'Reilly goes back and doubles down on it. She said that at one point, 24 years ago, she thought, oh, it's their own kind. And then point number two is the Hatch Act. Are you kidding me, Bill? Are you kidding me? Now, why do I say that? Because Karl Rove, it went and talked in 2006, actually for the whole 6 years, but there was a big case in 2006 midterm elections when he was in the Bush administration. Had 20 different meetings with 15 different departments and asked all of those people that are government officials, how can you use your government position to help Republicans in tough races in districts across the country get reelected? There could not be a more blatant violation of the Hatch Act. I mean, that is a nuclear violation of the Hatch Act, where you use a government office to try to get your own party elected in tough races, and you force people to do it. The reason it came to light is because the General Services Administration eventually complained and said, well, this is crazy. He's intimidating our workers into helping Republicans get reelected. That's a violation of the Hatch Act. And guess what Fox News thought at the time? Oh, no, this Hatch Act, it's from 1939. It's irrelevant. It's nonsense. Of course, no, the Hatch Act is useless. Now, Shirley Sherrod mentions one political thought she has, not about her job, but about something that happened a while back. And all of a sudden, O'Reilly's like, what do I got here in my bag of tricks? Oh, look at this Hatch Act. Well, problematic. We got issues. You know what? Now when Obama rehires her, they'll go back and try to get her fired again. And here we go again. Okay? And could you imagine if Obama then fired her again? He's like, I don't know, I'm trying to keep up with Fox. Okay, I fired her. Are you happy? No, you're not happy. Oh, you want me to rehire her? Okay, I rehired her. Oh, damn it! You want me to fire her again? All right. Where's the bus? Where's the Greyhound? Come on, let's go. Shirley, let's go. And I don't suspect he'd do that. That's a bit much.